I'm going to bet that if you're watching this and you drive for DoorDash, that you do not have the brand new overall Dasher rating pilot program, in essence, an updated version of Dasher Rewards. How do I know this about a program that's so new you might not even have heard about it yet? And surprisingly as well, it's already live last week at the time of filming this video. Well, in part as a fellow DoorDash Dasher and also in part as someone who just helps you make money in different side hustles, I asked you, our team members here, do you have this updated email? It was sent just a little bit ago detailing, hey, changes are coming to your marketplace about this new Dasher Rewards program, the overall Dasher rating pilot program. I had about, just 95% of my survey respondents saying,
I didn't get this email. There's nothing in my app. No, I don't have the overall Dasher rating program.
And in fact, I had just one Dasher in a Florida marketplace say, hey, check out this email I got. So here's the deal. In this video, I'm going to detail why you don't have this program specifically based on what DoorDash is saying and what's coming in the coming weeks and months and when you might get this. If you don't know what this overall Dasher rating program is, I'll leave some resources linked down below, but in essence, it's changing the Dasher Rewards program. You know, we had to have at least 50% or 70%. Some marketplaces, 80% acceptance rate in combination with other metrics to get, a bunch of perks, the most notable being priority access to higher paying offers. So it went from really an acceptance rate based rewards program to taking those same metrics, but giving you points, and you need a certain amount of points to hit those rewards tiers, silver, gold, and platinum. The perks didn't change. You still get the same perks associated with those three platforms. It's just the qualifications, but arguably it's a lot easier. I don't have to accept DoorDash half at least of the prospective offers you're sending me. So there you go. There's Dasher Rewards, and DoorDash says in this new pilot program announcement, this is currently a limited pilot in select markets. All right, cool. I told you that I had one Dasher in a Florida marketplace say, yeah, I got this email. So let me know in the comments if you also got that email last week. But we possibly have some hints here from DoorDash and the V1 or version 1 of Dasher Rewards on how many marketplaces might have this V2 program. Because look here, June of 2023, when DoorDash first announced V1, the original Dasher Rewards program, in only 3 marketplaces here: Grand Rapids, Michigan, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Lubbock, Texas. So there's clue number 1 that DoorDash for V2 might be starting with, literally like 3 to 5 marketplaces, but there's more. Approximately 4 months later, we get a market expansion here, October of 2023, adding 22 more marketplaces. And then we start to accelerate here, another 3-ish months, 25 more marketplaces, a couple of more months, 52 more marketplaces, and a couple of months after that, basically most every market, at least here in the US. And consider this is really important that it was a brand new program at the time, Dasher Rewards, but it was basically summarizing all these separate programs, early access scheduling, top Dasher, priority access, into just one qualifications program. So think of this, arguably the step change from V1 to V2, it's not as monumental of a change. It's keeping the same rewards, the same tiers. The rewards for each respective tier are the same. None of that changes, just a qualification. So arguably, they can move even faster on this. But here's my expected timeline that's coming for the overall Dasher ratings pilot program, or V2. I'm anticipating that just like V1, probably, and again, I can compare this with your comments down below, that probably only 3 to 5 marketplaces have this right now. If it is only in 3 to 5 marketplaces or so, which is what I think it is right now, why would they make such a big deal about it? It's updating their support page, number one, having a whole detailed description, but moreover, posting about it on their large and wide-reaching newsroom in a press release. I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, the support page is one thing, but to announce it on the newsroom, I don't think they're going to do that unless they plan on expanding this and expanding it pretty quickly. And even looking at their own page for the overall Dasher rating program, yes, it says select Dashers in the Dasher Rewards program will be eligible. And elsewhere, they say, we're excited to engage directly with Dashers for their feedback before determining whether to scale this more broadly, more marketplaces. I don't think that necessarily matters. Like, yes, they want positive feedback, and I do think this is the positive change versus V1. Let me know your thoughts down below. And again, you're going to want to watch those other resources linked down below. I feel like as long as I get positive feedback from Dashers, which I think they're going to get just at large and in those pilot marketplaces, I feel like in Q1, in January, February, and March, we're going to see this expand to about 15 to 25 marketplaces. That would put the expansion timeline right in line with what they did with V1. So announcing in initially 3 marketplaces and then expanding about 4 months later, same thing here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they follow a similar timeline and trajectory of that continued expansion into, let's say, Q2 of 2025. I'd say at that point in 50 plus marketplaces. I feel like they're going to expand at least at the same speed of V1, if not faster, but I think they're going to expand with more marketplaces than V1. So V1, 3 marketplaces, whatever it was, like 20 some marketplaces, another 40 some marketplaces. I feel like this will expand wider than V1. So in essence, reaching more marketplaces with each wave of expansion. Why? Because again, I think Dashers are going to like this better. I mean, you can let me know. Again, do you like this better than V1? I think they're going to like not having to accept 50, 70, or 80% AR and not having to do 100 deliveries in the rolling 30 days to get platinum. So what to do in the meantime? Because we know of one marketplace that has this. I don't have this here in Pittsburgh. I'll try to reach out to DoorDash because I would love to test it first here in Pittsburgh. But in the meantime, I would just continue to follow best practices, multi-app, either go for the volume or the margin strategy, like cherry picking the best offer, the highest margin for you, or taking more offers. It might be a smaller dollar amount, but then you'll have to do more orders or more volume per hour. Either one, I still want you to have a good margin there. If you don't have this, and especially if this is the first time you're hearing about this, here's where I check. Number one, your email. So if you don't ever get emails from DoorDash, reach out to support. Make sure you're opted in to get promotional and just kind of informational emails. Obviously the app, but I think you're going to see an email first announcing when it might go live in your marketplace. Then it kind of migrates to the app. I would bookmark their newsroom websites that I mentioned, like where they announce stuff, and I'll leave that linked in the description as well. And lastly, of course, I would subscribe to this channel so I can keep you in the know, not just with DoorDash, but other gig apps and side hustles, if you could. V2 is coming. I anticipate it's going to expand in Q1. Hopefully I can get it and test it for you. But on the macro, I think it's going to help qualify more Dashers for high paying offers. But then the question is, or criticism, are there going to be enough high paying offers? Because more Dashers are probably going to qualify for silver, gold, and that highest level platinum.